Editing videos, all the microphones Jordan has.
All the tech.
All the tech, we had some difficulties.
The microphone didn't end up working.
It's gonna look a little fucked up, is what we're saying.
Well, not fucked up, but we didn't record the first session as well.
So we're gonna start the video, and then you're gonna be like, the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Is essentially what we're saying. We know, and we just fucked up. So, these are the hands you're dealt, and yeah.
Kind of sound like Barack Obama.
I sound like Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Sasha, Malia, I am going to bomb Syria.
After Obama.
I'm Barack Obama. I approve this message.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by the fabulous brand of CHUX, I hope you enjoy this episode of Manchild Support with Joe, Jordan, and special guest Alexia Morgan.
What a lot of other people said, you know, hey, you can't make it as an artist, that's gonna be really hard, no one believes in you.
Yeah.
So, like, still, you gotta earn money, because you got loans to pay off, right?
Yeah, you have mad loans.
So, you know what I did? You know what I did, Alexia? I went to fucking Amazon. Right. And when I went to Amazon, I called it collecting Bezo Bucks. I was Bezo Bucksing hard. And,
oh my.
yeah, so... Then, you know what, I got other jobs too, like I was working at Staples, I was working at Pet Value, I was working, yeah, now I have another job actually, which I don't think I ever mentioned on the show.
No, it's a new one. You've been talking to me about it for a little bit.
Yeah, so for the guys at home, basically I schedule TV commercials for MTV2 cable.
I not to sidebar off of this, because I really want to get back to that, because it's a very good topic.
Yeah.
What's that like? How'd you get that job? Because that's such a weird thing.
Honestly, you want to know how I got that job?
How'd you get it?
Okay, so here's how I got the job. When I graduated art school, I knew Photoshop because, you know, it's art school.
Yeah.
So then I was like, where can I use this immediately in my environment?
Mm-hmm.
How about Staples? They have a print and copy center and they want someone who knows how to use Photoshop.
Sure.
So then I did that, and then I figured that mostly when I was working it, I was babysitting people at the self-serve center.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not...
It's not it, chief.
Yeah, and like I gotta print all these other orders the people are waiting on. I got people in line.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I was in a restaurant, but instead of food, it was paper that I was making. And the printers would like break and shit. I was like, I'm gonna find another job.
Mm-hmm.
But what I had on my resume was copy and print.
Mm-hmm.
Months later, like, I have a sandwich from ShopRite. I'm like in the parking lot eating. I'm gonna go to the airport soon. And then I get a phone call from this hiring agency. Now, when I graduated school, I like logged into LinkedIn, Monster, ZipRecruiter, you fucking name it. So like one of these people gave my phone number to like this other recruiting agency, and they were like, "Hey, we see the word copy on your resume. Do you want to work as a copy specialist for Viacom?" I'm like, "Did you say Viacom?" They were like, "Yeah, we did." So I'm like, "Yo, let me work for Viacom really quick."
Hit up Viacom for a hot second, yeah?
Now, what copy means in broadcast, at least where I work, it's the data and the information and the instructions for retrieving a TV commercial.
Okay.
Right now, my job, I'm a log specialist, not a copy specialist, but like when the job was brought to me, those two were put together.
Sure.
So when I started working, I was a log specialist, and what a log is, it's just like all these 15, 30, and 5 and minute slots throughout a 24-hour day, and I have to pick what commercials go into each and every single one of those slots.
Have you seen any weird coincidences with commercials since your life is kind of like absorbed by them right now?
Yeah, Nestle.
Really?
You know that company, right?
Yeah.
You know how acne is, like, sometimes it's caused by milk?
Sure.
Nestle sells creamers for coffee, right? That's dairy. And acne medicine.
Oh, dude. They own the game.
Yeah.
They run the system.
You want to know...
Circle, I guess.
Yeah. You want to know a company that really owns the game?
What you got?
Mars and Wrigley. You know, they sell M&M's, the chocolate.
Yeah.
You know what else what the chocolate company sells?
What?
Dog food.
What?
Okay.
Oh my
God.
God.
Are you connecting two things here? What are you connecting?
I'm just saying, the same company that's selling you chocolate selling you dog food.
There could be some cross-contamination within that.
I don't know. I don't run the factories. I'm just saying. Clorox. They actually own a lot of things. I don't remember like specifically. I just remember like seeing like all these things. Like, wow, I didn't know it. Like trash bags, like hefty trash bags. I think it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, Pepsi. Oh my God, those guys.
Pepsi owns a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah, even you know.
Yeah, Pepsi owns a lot of shit.
Yeah, but anyway, like back to the topic of like being outside of art school. Like
let's go back to that.
The way that I'm like earning the bulk of my money isn't art. Like that's how I'm earning my side money, right? I got a couple commissions right now sitting in the back. I'm like working on a portfolio with like the things I'm working on my Instagram, right?
Yeah, no, that's a really good. By the way, shout out to Instagram.
Yeah,
so people can follow you.
That's at Metapedia. That's METAPADILLA. I probably got those letters wrong, but
no, I think it's right.
Yeah,
METAPADILLA.
But I was doing the sign language.
Oh, you were?
METAPADILLA. Yeah, but that's my Instagram. So what I'm doing in my spare time, aside from this, is drawing and posting. Because one day, and that's how I want to earn my money, right?
Yeah.
But like, I got to be humble and like, okay, I was an illustration major, but like, the fact is, my skills and my professionalism and my business acumen, I need to get some more things under my belt.
Blessings.
All right.
Yeah.
Before
Continue.
I can be like a professional illustrator and shit. Now, I've sold paintings before, I've done commissions before, but I just got to get to a point where it's stronger. Yeah. So, in terms of like art after school, that's where I'm at. And I think if you talk to a lot of my friends who graduated with me, they would say something very similar.
Do you know anybody who's really like made it, or at least is doing it like...
I think the term "made it" is complete bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
Go into that. Why?
Okay, so like,
I think, okay, yeah, go
when people say "made it," it's like, I got the highest amount of life that I was planning on getting. Like, all my goals are met. I got money, but like, still, you can be depressed as hell, right? Maybe you made it, right? You're cruising in your fucking Lambo, and then skadoosh, you got like an old woman crash into your like fucking Lamborghini. You go to jail, or maybe your dog's really sick, and then you feel fucking terrible. You feel like you made it then. Like, there's still life that happens to you. It's not all your career. It's not all money. And, like, when you have a student, kind of like me, who put all his fucking identity in there, and then it just fucking vanishes like sand between your fingers, and it just goes away, then you're just left in this big, empty, black room with, like, nothing in it. And once you start to, like, look at actual life with a capital L, then the fucking light comes back. But it's yours. It didn't come manufactured from a school or a profession. It's just you. So, like, I used to be like, yeah, I'm an art student. Yeah, I'm an illustrator. But, like, nah, I'm just a guy who can draw. And that's what I made myself to be. And I can't tell you what the fuck I can't tell Alexia what to do.
You don't feel like you're just cutting yourself too short? Because everybody, you have to, like, self-affirm... Oh, this is a better question. And Alexia, I want to ask you this one, too. Self-affirmation, do you believe it? Because there was a class that I had to take at UHart for this. There's an entire book written about it. The whole, if you believe it, if you put it out into the universe. I believe this stuff.
Right.
If you put it out into the universe, it will come back to you, you know?
I think what I learned in terms of that, like, through experience, is it doesn't have to be something so fucking grand and fantastic.
Yeah.
It only has to be grand and fantastic specifically to the things in your life you're trying to address.
Word.
Like, I have a plan. I want to move, like, to a different location.
Yeah.
For two main reasons. I want different climate. I want to go to a place that's hot all year round. Florida, Texas,
Why?
maybe California. Because I hate the winter, dude.
No, the winter fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I hate the fucking winter.
I'm not dealing with it anymore.
America's trash can.
I know. Ooh.
So, like, yeah, I want to go somewhere.
Why in America's trash can? Why Florida?
Florida's where we put our worst people, Jordan.
Okay. Like,
I know. You vacation in Florida, Alexia. All the time.
I know. Why do you think I vacation there? I like to visit. It's like visiting
Hold
the
on,
zoo.
let me turn her up a little bit.
You're a little quiet.
Yeah, here.
We're gonna turn you up.
I think that's up. Nope, opposite. There you go. Alright, go for it, Alexia.
Tell us about Florida.
Tell us about Florida. Come on, go off.
Like, I mean, it's like visiting the zoo. It has some of the strictest, like, convict rejuvenation laws there are. It's a really conservative state. They're fucking alligators.
And rattlesnakes. No, not rattlesnakes, like boa constrictors and shit.
Rattlesnakes. They were the first state to break quarantine law, so you know.
That is just
filled with
really
intelligent
dumb.
folks there.
I didn't know that. That's really dumb. Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's slowly going underwater. Do you need more?
Okay, so maybe not Florida then. Why is Disney World there? Well, Disney World is a
Because
fuck
cheap
shit
real
within
estate.
itself.
Florida has really cheap property taxes, but it makes up for it with low wages. If you come up here, the wages increase, but the property taxes skyrocket.
Fair.
So you'll have less
That's true.
money.
Like, the Midwest and the South, you can get land cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get land cheap.
I might move
So
to
you'll
like.
have less money, but things cost less. And over here, you'll have arguably more money, but things cost more. So you really don't notice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was looking up this one place, like Round Rock, Texas.
Okay.
It's like right next to Austin.
Mhm.
But if I went into Austin, I would be paying Connecticut money.
Okay.
Which, you know, if I'm gonna...
Oh, I've been to Austin. Austin it's something else, man. Have you been to Austin?
No, but like with all these places I'm considering, like
Yeah.
wherever I end up choosing, I want to visit that place before I fucking live there, you know.
I feel like that's a very smart idea.
Yeah.
Don't just...
But like
Pack
still,
up
I got
and
no
move.
idea. Just the coldest I ever wanted to get, even on like a freak accident
Mm-hmm.
that I'm willing to tolerate,
Yeah.
is 50.
That is ridiculous. You gotta move to, like, the Bahamas, dude.
Yo, if my skin melts off, I won't even be
You don't
mad.
care?
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you in 5 years and you'll just be, like, a nice roasty tan. Like a roasted duck.
Yeah, my dad's from Tijuana and my
Word.
mom's from Puerto Rico, so
Word.
like, and like, you know what really fucking sealed the deal?
What you got?
I was like, I had to do something under the hood of my car,
Mhm.
and like it wasn't even wintertime. It was like it was starting to warm up, but like it was still chilly outside.
Yeah.
And my hands, the nerves in my hands and my bones, they felt so much in pain. I couldn't move them.
Yeah, word.
So I'm like, I cannot physically live here.
Mm.
I'm unable to do tasks.
We're not meant for this weather, Joe.
Yeah.
Me and you, Latin people, we are not meant for this weather. I'm sorry, Alexia, you go.
That's fine.
Okay. Ooh, you got a text?
I didn't say anything.
I guess he just wanted to give you a chance to talk.
Yeah,
because,
you've been quiet, dude. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have such good banter. I didn't want to interrupt. I
No,
was enjoying
oh, come
the
on.
podcast.
You're part of the banter.
You can hop in here at any time.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's gonna be segment 1. Because I just set up everything. So that was a nice intro.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to set up segment 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the 3rd installment of Manchild Support. This is going to be the first part 2 coming up very soon. Thank you. The auto can sing? Perfect. Okay, Alexia, we were going on the topic of microaggressions that you have experienced, and I really want to, because you talked to me about it when I was in, rehab. Oh my god, what'd you call it? Summer camp?
Summer camp.
You call it
were in
rehab summer camp. Yeah, when I was in summer camp, and I really think it was a really good topic, and definitely for the times, I think it's a really good topic to talk about. So I'm gonna shut up for a second, and I would like to hear you talk about it, if that's okay.
Oh, that's completely fine.
Go for
So, in the world of art specifically, microaggressions and art have a very long history, and it's very complicated, from museums letting in less artists of color to us having like specific months to being used as like diversity quotas. Like, I don't know if this has ever happened to Joe, but you've gotten invited to like university events for like reasons you didn't understand, only to realize that you were some sort of like diversity quota, like to look good for when the freeholders got there. And
I feel that.
that's
I feel that.
that's not to say that the professors don't care about you, because they do. They care about you and they want you to do well. And I'm not saying that racism is a sign of some like dark internal rot, because it's not. And as long as people view it that way, when you say to someone, hey, what you said was kind of racist, it instantly sparks this like defense mechanism thing. I'm saying that it's as simple as a black kid kicking a locker is registered as a different threat to you than like a white kid kicking a locker.
Okay, I feel that.
And that's really all it kind of comes down to. and it's easier to say, like, biased. Let's say someone's not racist, they're biased. So sometimes, as, like, the only person of color in the room, you're expected to be, like, a cultural expert on everything that's ever happened to your people, and you're like, I wasn't there for the last 400 years. I can tell you how it's personally affected me. And God forbid there's another person of color in the room and they say, oh, my experience wasn't quite like that. White people, like, look between you two, trying to figure out who's the imposter. Like, oh my God, which black person is telling the truth? It's like that. And I've had friends who have used me as an excuse as to why they can't be racist. And I was uncomfortable with that. And I would tell them that, and they'd be like, oh my God, I didn't mean in, like, 1,000 different apologies, but I don't want your apology. I just want you to do better. I don't know if Joe has any comments on this or anything like that.
I think it's fair to say that someone who isn't, to say, for example, black, they would be way less aware of the things that would be racist. So that then the onus falls on them to be like, okay, what do I got to go figure out in order to make sure that the things I say are not racist, that I would not otherwise know about? And I think if someone were to... well, first of all, in terms of that subject, I think a lot of people... It's not something that would normally cross their mind all the time to do, because when we go through our days, it's like, I gotta put the clothes in the dryer, I gotta fucking put the turkey in the oven, I gotta go wash the car, I gotta go to work, I gotta get to bed by 11. I think that those are the kinds of things that are, like, in people's minds. So, in order for people to walk around with a better, mental toolbox of, how do I not be racist to black people, you gotta, like, these discussions definitely gotta happen, so that, they know not to say things that are racist. Does that make any sense, what I said?
It makes sense, and I've encountered individuals who have told me that before, but the thing is, I have no idea what that experience is like, because there's never been a second in my life where I was not aware that I was not black.
Yeah. Well...
Like, people don't say it blatantly, but you can tell in the way that things are expected of you, and the way that people treat you. Like, when I walk into my classroom, I'm constantly aware that I am one of 2 black students, even though I'm one of 1 black student, because the other black student got there 15 minutes late. It was actual no use to me.
Yeah.
And you're aware that sometimes you're going to say an idea, and they're going to be like, that's a bit, like, that doesn't apply to, like, the majority, it's really small, and then another person will come up with the same idea, but because they're white, it'll seem like groundbreaking, and you'll be really confused as to what just happened. Like, take graphic design, for instance. If I came up with, let's say, Band-Aids that cater to people of color, that would have been, like, kind of marginalized, because they're like, oh, they're Band-Aids, who thinks about stuff like that? But if somebody else came up with that idea, it'd be, like, groundbreaking. They'd be inclusive. It'd be multicultural. Do you see how that works?
Yeah, and that, you know what that reminds me of? It's like, certain things look a different way when,
like, presented by a different person?
Right, yeah. Exactly. So, someone who can't afford to buy a lot of things, they're probably not going to have a lot of things, and they're going to have to make do with what they have. A rich white person does it, and we call it, oh, it's minimalism. I am a minimalist.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question for both of you. So, when a black person, and actually maybe this is more for Alexia because she kind of feels it, but Joe, you have a pretty good perspective as well. When a black person finally makes it, they go from, what's a good example? There's a ton of rappers, but even an NBA player or basketball player, or, I'm trying not to be like, what is it? What's the word? Not hypocritical.
Stereotypical?
Yes, there you go, stereotypical. I'm trying not to be stereotypical, but that's various avenues. Let's say you get out of the hood or the ghetto or whatever, and you finally make it and you have all these things. How do you think people view you?
Well, I think number one, it would be more useful to like
that's a black man who made it. That's a black man who has money compared to just a white person. Who
well, you're reminding me of my 7th grade science teacher, who I love to death. Her name's Miss Middlebrooks, and she told us back when I was in 7th grade. She came from a bad neighborhood, and she's like, I gotta have an education so I can make sure that this is not where I stay. So, you know, she went to school, she worked hard, and now she's a science teacher, and probably the best one on the planet.
Word.
So, I think an example like that is more tangible to anyone who's listening. Because we can talk about rappers and all those guys, but, like, who relates to a celebrity or a superstar, right? And I would say, getting out of a bad neighborhood and, like, being a science teacher in a neighborhood, in a place where I grew up, where it was pretty, like, you know, harmless, suburb, white people everywhere, like, more money to kick around in the community. Like, she definitely got out of where she was. So I think an example like that is better. In terms of, like, oh, how do people view that person once they do make it, right?
Yeah. Whatever making it is.
I don't think I'm at liberty to say, because...
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
If I could just jump in here.
Yeah.
Hop in.
So, as a black person myself, I really hate it when people say, oh, look at so-and-so, they made it, so can you. So the thing about that is, that's like a long-standing technique, because let's say you have like a neighborhood that has been labeled notoriously bad, and you have an individual who shows the traits of being like a natural leader and very smart. What will happen is white society will elevate that person because it would look blatantly bad if a talented person stayed where they were and became a leader for their community. So you lift them up and you give them prestige and you bring them into the world of white society where they feel obligated to transform themselves into something resembling what they see around them.
Yeah, the big emphasis
so
on
the
white,
people
on white society.
Where they come from resent them, and the people where they're going don't want them there, and they're in this weird state of limbo. Look at Kanye West.
That's literally what I was thinking of. When
Look at how
GQ
powerful
gave him his
the
house.
black dollar is to Kanye West.
Yeah.
But because he's reached a place where we can't reach him anymore, he's wild. He says the wildest thing, like slavery was a choice, or like he is a god and all that weird stuff. And he has the type of confidence that I wish I had, where he is completely and utterly immune to awkwardness. He will really say the wildest things and then just sit in the room in that chair and pretend like he's not a crazy person.
Yeah, man could shit his pants and it'd be fine. It would be news and people would be like supporting him behind it.
I believe the term is fuck
exactly.
you money.
That's how
Fuck you
powerful
money.
the black
Yeah.
dollar is. That is how powerful we could be, that we are as a community, that when we lift someone up, we lift them up and they stay there because we're with them.
Word.
Now,
so when like a black artist like makes it, they still have that title like black artist, you know? Look at like Kehinde Wiley.
yeah, for
He's
anyone
still like
who
a
doesn't
black
know,
artist. He's not like a great artist. And he gets covered in like African American history, not regular history. And you're like, why? Why does that have to be that? In all the art history classes I took, it wasn't until my senior year that I got a specialization in African history. Why is that?
I think Morgan Freeman said in an interview once, like in this really old video, he's like, why isn't black history like American history? You gotta give us a whole month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said to the guy giving the interview, I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man, and I'm going to stop calling you a white man. What are your thoughts on that?
We're just people, man.
Yeah.
We're just people. You know? It's just the
Don't
melanin in your
bullshit me.
skin.
That's not how it works. It's too
No.
late for that.
Okay. Well, at this point.
Because you got all these racial issues that got there from people being racist.
Yeah.
So then that's the situation you're in. And now, how are we going to fix this problem that got here via racism if, you know, we just ignore the color that people are? Because if you're like, oh, I don't see color, then the argument is, okay, well then you don't see how color is keeping this guy back. You know?
It's not even, to a greater extent, you're right. When people say they don't see color, all I hear is, I don't see you. Like, you don't see me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a color, you don't see my experience, you don't see me as like a person who is different but equal to you.
Fair enough.
So when they said I don't see color, what they're saying is that I actively choose to ignore all the things that have given me privilege in my life. And that's not to say if you have privilege, if you're white, you don't struggle. Of course you do. You just don't struggle on the basis of race.
Right. It's like
That's just like not one of the things that you struggle with.
yeah. It's not a shit sandwich they need to eat, but it is one that
Exactly.
you know, other people have to.
It's like, imagine being like, Joe, you're right-handed, right?
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
That doesn't mean that you don't struggle sometimes, you don't, like, trip or, like, fall or something like that. But the world is built for right-handed people.
Yeah.
If you're left-handed, it's really hard to, like,
you gotta go and buy
or,
left-handed
like,
items.
because they're built for right-handed people.
Yeah.
Or to even, like, do normal everyday tasks, because the tools in the world in which you live are built for someone who is not you.
Yeah, right.
If a right-handed person is like, God, why can't you just cut paper? And they're trying to hold scissors that are made for your not dominant hand, you feel some kind of way.
That's a really good example, Alexia.
Yeah. You were mentioning how, when a black person is in, like, a bad neighborhood, and then the white society will, like, prop them up to be like, oh, we don't want you to go be a champion for your own black neighborhood. Why don't we take you out, and then so you could do it for us, and so that we can hang on to you, and we're not going to think about the place you came from. Now, that is a good point that I had never thought of before until right now. But then, when that idea got into my brain, I got reminded of my parents. My mom, she moved here from Puerto Rico when she was a little tiny girl with my grandma. She went to go work in a tobacco farm. And my mom, she went into, like, the north end of Hartford, and she grew up in, like, the 70s and the 80s. And by themselves, those times in history were, like, pretty rough. You got cocaine everywhere and, like, Vietnam and shit. So, but my mom, she was, like, a little library mouse. She, like, read books all the time. She got, like, a scholarship to St. Joseph's. And she just, you know... And I asked her, I was like, Mom, you're Puerto Rican. Has race ever, you know, tripped you up? Anyone ever give you a hard time? Anyone make fun of you? And she said, like, no. And to be fair, like, I'm pretty pale. My mom's even paler. So, like, maybe that's why no one gave her shit. Because
like white passing.
Yeah, like, her skin wasn't all that dark. And now my dad, he was from Tijuana, Mexico. He was a highlight player up until, like, the 80s.
Sure.
Where he was moved to play in Miami to play highlight up there. And highlight, for those who don't know, it's like a crazy sport with, like, a giant hook on your hand. You throw a ball. He was really good at it. So he went from Mexico to Miami, and then he got a phone call from one of his buddies who was playing in Hartford, and it was like, yo, all these guys in the highlight arena in Hartford, they quit because, you know, they're on strike. They're not paying them enough. We need people. Do you want to come play? And my dad's like, yeah, I'll go up to Hartford and play. So, that's what he did. Now, if you think about it, he was kind of like the cheap Mexican labor of, you know, the highlight arena.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah.
he meets my mom, and then they get together, and, like, he plays for a little while longer, but then his contract is, you know, going to expire, so, he's like, I need to find another way to earn money. So he goes to the local Ruby Tuesday, and then he washes dishes, and then he stays there for only a few months. But when he leaves, this motherfucker, they gotta hire 3 guys to replace the work he did, because he's a fucking horse.
Yeah, hard working, man.
Yeah, he had to be. That's how he grew up. My
fucking
dad,
tank.
he started working at a circus when he was 7 years old.
Damn.
He was a carpenter's apprentice, a tailor's apprentice. He worked for an accountant, like, keeping his book records.
How do you land on highlight?
Because that was a sport he had in school. That was his love. It was his passion. It's like what he did. His accountant was like, look, like, I could hook you up on a really tight job working in an office, all cozy, and then it'd pay all this money. And my dad's like, nope, I'm going to play highlight. So that was just his truth. And he still plays amateur highlight at the courts today. But yeah, so when I think about my parents' stories, I just never put it together that it was, like, white people conspiring to be like, let's take them out of where they came from and, you know, make them champions for white people instead of
for the entertainment of white people.
Well, yeah, my dad was an entertainer in that he was a professional athlete, but my mom...
Think about, like, well, with the exception of some, think about, like, sports in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who is the players? And
I don't follow sports at all, guys.
Neither do I, really, but you can. It's not really that hard to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do pay them, like, a decent amount, but like the fact that, like, some college, I don't think that they pay the college kids.
No!
Which is fucked. Right?
Andrew
That's a
Yang,
whole
he would have
separate
fixed it.
horrible
Yeah.
debacle of them not paying college athletes.
Yeah.
But
That's fucked.
they charge them all the fucking tuition on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And force
Yeah.
them to take bullshit classes they gotta pay for
Yeah.
that aren't gonna serve them in life anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But Alexia, you heard my parents' story, and I'm just curious what you think about what I said.
Well, your parents' story sounds, I'm not going to say opposite, or I'm going to say somewhat of a parallel to my parents' story. And I don't think that, hard to say, your father seems like a rather hardworking young man. Well, I'm not going to say young man anymore, but he seemed like a rather hardworking young man. And I do believe that they recognize the positive traits that our culture has to offer, and they want to use those to like better themselves. Not to say that your father didn't work hard, because he sounded like he worked extremely hard. But I'm saying I wonder if he might have been a pillar of his community had his community had the right incentives and social structure to allow such a thing.
I don't think I could comment on that because I don't know much about the highlight community. I don't know much about Tijuana. I don't know much about because the mafia pretty much killed highlight because people would bet on the players.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, "Look, you got to throw this game, or else
Kind
you
of
know."
like boxing?
Yeah, like boxing.
Like boxing, yeah.
Now, my dad, what the hell was I gonna say? Fuck. So yeah, oh yeah. So my grandma wanted to move to California, and my dad's family pretty much landed in Bakersfield. He still has a little bit of family in Mexico, but like when my dad was a young man, like 16, 17, you know, he wasn't a little kid, but he was like, "Mom, I know you're gonna go move to California, but I'm staying right here in Mexico because I want to play highlight." And that's exactly what he did until he won his championship. And I think at that point he like started moving from Mexico to Miami and like all these other places to play.
Guys, really quick, the card is about to come over, so I need to pause. We're gonna turn this into a part. This is part 2. We're gonna turn this to part 3.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening and tuning in to Manchild Support with Joe and Joe and special guest Alexia Morgan. And we're gonna catch you soon. Dude, it's fine. Do you want to get into some light stuff? Not that this isn't light.
It's up to you.
Not that this isn't light. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Alexia, you have some good stories. I've always wanted to hear about, like, your family and steps. There you go. Get comfortable, Joe.
Oh my God! Even the fucking step story.
Dude, I need to hear the step story again. Swear to God.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me do the intro
All
really
right.
quick. Let me do the intro really quick. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manchild Support with Joe and special guest Alexia Morgan from Over the Phone. You know, she's chilling in New Jersey. We chilling in CT. It's sad that she cannot be here to be seen, but it's okay with me. Look at that. All right, we're gonna turn it into some lighter stuff, just to kind of riff. This is the ending segment. You guys have already been listening for a little bit. Let's kick our feet up like Joe right there. All right. So Alexia, I remember when me and you were chilling, not in Chick-fil-A, but it should have been. I remember when me and you were chilling somewhere. Probably in like the Prince studio or something like that, and you told me the step story, and I almost died laughing. It was awful for you, but goddamn was it hilarious. Like Chick-fil-A.
My childhood is filled with a step story. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So
Still scarred.
most of my parents are Jamaican, which is a whole other beast. I'm first generation American. So Jamaican people do not coddle their kids in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I'm walking downstairs, and for some reason my steps have been waxed, which is a whole other story. And I fall, and I don't hit a step. I fall, I go up, and I land on the landing at the end, and there's this loud cracking sound. And my dad runs over to me, and he goes, "Steps, speak to me, Steps. Steps, did she hurt you?" And then he's calling my mom. He's like, Ingrid, get the spackle." And then I'm there. I actually am hurt. I think I have a concussion. And then he nudges me with his foot. He's like, "Get up, you're fine."
Yeah, so that was That was the story, and I found it hilarious how her father, who I have to meet someday, hopefully we'll meet someday, just went straight for the steps instead of his own daughter. I don't know. Maybe that's something completely just unbeknownst to me. But I thought it was pretty funny. Alexia has tons of stories. She's hilarious.
So, instead of making Alexia tell all the stories, do you have any character, Jordan?
I have no character.
Yeah, that's why you don't have any
brick-
stories.
I'm a brick wall, Joe.
I ain't got no stories neither, dude.
I'm a brick wall. I have a few stories that are very inappropriate, though. I have, like... Alexia heard one with the whole Tinder story with the fantasy. Alexia heard one. She was like, that sounds more like a coming-of-age story. Compared to, like,
you had a
sounds
Tinder
more like
fantasy story?
No, it's more of a code, but Alexia understands that. I told it to her when I was in summer camp.
You were at summer camp.
Summer
Yeah.
camp.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
that
more
was-
of a coming-of-age story. It sounds somewhere on the lines of Call Me By Your Name than it does like a funny story.
Yeah, it's not really a funny story. It's more like, damn, okay. What's
Si,
up?
Capitan.
What's up?
Do you want to hop in here?
Yeah.
I just have I want to show you a video.
Can you do it later?
I think you should watch it on the podcast.
Alright, throw it up. Go over.
Where is it?
What, we're gonna YouTube this shit right now?
Hold on, use my laptop. Go over there.
Oh, the laptop, okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I'm confused as to who that is.
Oh, this is a photo picture. What is it? Stock photo.
It's on-
Oh, is that stock photos?
It's stock
oh my God.
photo,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, get it. How's it feel?
Okay.
Here.
Oh,
Oh, thank you for protecting
I'm sorry,
the hard drive.
stock
Just put it
photo.
over
Jordan never told me your actual name, and when he showed me a picture, I thought you were like a stock photo that you get in like picture frames. I didn't think you were related to him.
I actually get that surprisingly a lot.
there. I don't know why people think that.
No,
hold on. Cop on the camera for a hot second so people can see you.
You know what?
Wait, is this live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not live.
When I encountered this kid, I asked him, "Do you play football?" And he said, "Yeah, I used to." And I said, "Because you look like a football player." Doesn't he?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's not just that. Jordan, you're a really nice person. Your personality is great, but
That's a lie.
he's significantly prettier than you, and I'm just trying to figure out like
He
what
really
happened
is,
exactly.
dude.
Yo,
Look at this guy.
Yo, this guy could like bench press this couch, no sweat.
Shit.
I promise.
Yeah, I'm actually.
That's what I'm
I'm actually
saying.
super jacked and I don't have a gut. And
Wait, just look it up. It's Free Joe Exotic by.
I've seen it.
You seen it?
I think I have.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny.
You know not who you speak to.
I'm a meme master. I spend all my time on the internet.
Do not
Yeah.
quote dark magic to me. I was there when it was written.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Bobby Burns or just
No. It's
Chat
BFB some.
Oh fuck! I didn't get to hold no microphone.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Joe,
pushing.
here,
Okay.
here. This is actually going to be the ending segment.
All right.
This is scooch over. A little bit. Alexia's the little box.
Alexia. Okay.
That's Alexia. That's one of my best friends from college.
No, see,
Aw,
that's
good.
actually
I'll watch it
her.
later.
That,
I'll watch
that's
it later.
actually her, but like we did some like Mafuba Dragon Ball spell to put her in a fucking.
Yeah, we
speaker.
put her in a box, kind of like a genie lamp shit. All right, Joe.
Man,
so,
you already got a mic right
Yeah.
there.
I know. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
My
I'm
true
attached to this
form
thing.
is as one of Jordan's 3 black friends. This is how I like to identify, but it works
I
out.
don't have a whole lot of black friends, and it's just about where I was raised, not necessarily. I hope how I was raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Joe. All right, one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time.
There
I know.
and like.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ending segment of Manchild Support with Joe, and special guest Alexia, and this is my brother's stock photo, because he's so handsome. And if you could see, we don't look anything alike, and people are like, "Are you two brothers? You look like twins." And like when we were younger, actually, they used to do that. They used to do that. Here, Joe, take this. So you guys get to grill me. Alexia, you get to grill me, and Joe, you get to grill me because I'm just the producer here.
All right. So Jordan, what I'm gonna do is
Yeah,
I'm gonna set the heat on low, medium, and cook you evenly throughout all sides. I'm gonna
fillet
roast
me?
you.
Nice.
I'm gonna like cook you on the grill,
Sure.
and I won't serve you well done. That's fucking terrible. You're
How'd you
coming
serve
up.
me?
You're coming up rare, okay?
Rare.
Yo,
Not
we're,
even medium.
we're no,
Medium
no.
rare. Medium
We're
rare.
indulging tonight, Jordan.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. You're just gonna leave? Oh, I was gonna say.
No.
No, I'm just gonna.
Here.
So you're getting served up.
So
rare.
that's how I would roast and serve Jordan. Alexia, how would you do it?
Raw, probably.
I'd probably wash him first because I'm going to keep it a bean. It looks like somebody dropped him on the ground.
It's that kind of roast.
Ow.
Okay. I like how my voice sounds in here.
It's addicting, dude.
Yeah.
To hear your voice
I'm
louder.
laughing at clouds so dark up above.
Oh my
Just singing.
god. Okay, so Alexia would wash me off because I probably fell on the ground somewhere. It's true.
Alright.
I can agree. I've been through some shit.
See, I would season you because you're a little bland.
Oh wow, that sucks. No, I can take that. I can take that. I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
It's not so
I'm
much
Puerto Rican,
that, like,
so I got
Jordan is
Sazone.
Oh, you got
bland.
Sazone, you
Like,
got
tofu
Goya?
has a taste. You just gotta look for it. I don't eat tofu, but Jordan likes white things, so I figure that's something
Shut
he
up.
might
Shut up. Ah, I have like a pain right here next single time it's like stabbing. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good.
Nah, see, I'm gonna serve him with some broccoli and garlic because you could afford to be a little healthier.
Yeah, and I'm getting a little bit of a gut too.
I
My
thought you were
brother
gonna
came
say
out to
because
work
like
out.
Asians are his like meal of choice, but I guess that's different.
Yeah, you call them snow bunnies. You're like, yeah, he only goes for snow bunnies, and I'm like, dude, you're not wrong, but
Not touching that with a 30
You
foot
do
pole.
only go for snow bunnies and Asian girls, and you're like, oh, it's just the way I was raised, which is like bullshit.
I don't know what that
Don't
is.
bullshit
snow
me.
bunny white women who are like not like super white. Alexia, what were you describing?
You
snow
weren't
bunny as?
raised with like a strawberry tree in your backyard, but your ass will take yourself to the grocery store and get strawberries. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I like strawberries.
I mean, to be fair,
Thank you. Thank
like,
you. Stock photo.
number one, how common are strawberry-bearing plants in this kind of neighborhood? And two, like, where else
I
are
have
we
strawberries
supposed?
in my backyard.
Where else? Oh, okay.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Well, your father also like gardens, and you garden too, so that makes more sense.
Okay, so snow bunny. What was the other thing? Snow
bunny.
bunnies.
Julian
and-
wants a definition on what snow bunny is.
No, and then what was the other one?
There's
So-
another thing, but I didn't hear it
It's
quite.
like anime girls or something. I don't know.
Oh no.
There's snow bunnies. He likes, so here Jordan's type. He likes snow bunnies, sorority girls,
I don't like
Um,
sorority girls.
Asian
They're too
girls
clingy.
who act white.
Every sorority
Asian
girl
girls who act white. Okay.
who act white? No.
Asian girls who act white, and then Spanish women who could be white passing, not ones that look like him.
Damn.
So it's just white across the board, essentially. You're just like,
Damn.
You-
Just like
guys are
white
really
across
calling me
the
out.
board. And
So-
it's very, very infuriating because you're like, I know that you think you're white on the inside, and that's fine. Like, I don't respect that, but that's fine.
So, like, you never
But these
liked a
women
girl
look like
on the
you,
basis
bro.
of...
If you went on The Bachelor, they would be the ones hyping you up. If you became a real artist, black women, women of color, Spanish women, they would be the ones hyping you up. White girls would bring you home to make their daddies mad.
Oh my god, you have no
Oh
idea.
my god.
You marry a white girl, she's gonna ruin your son's hair. She's gonna ruin your daughter's hair. Trying
That
to
is
comb it.
that is
Okay,
actually
sis.
a fear
You know how to
I
do black
have.
hair
That is actually a
surprising.
fear I have.
She's gonna get, what are they called? Like boxer braids and
Yeah,
watch all
boxer
her hair
braids.
fall out. Watch that shit happen.
Yep. That is actually a fear I genuinely have, where if I marry a white woman, that she will not know, because I don't know how to do my hair. I don't even know how to do my hair. I wake up, I take a shower, and I just do this, and that's how I do my hair. That's how this gets done.
I've told you how to do your hair. I've done your
I don't.
hair for
It's
you.
not even. I don't. Dude, you could write it down and post it on my wall. It's too long of a list.
Bro, you just gotta take a page out of your brother's book, keep it short, and you won't
I'm
have
actually
to
gonna
worry
get it
about
cut.
Yeah.
Alexia, I hope
If you
I
cut
hope
it,
you, I
you
hope
wake
you're
up
happy.
and it's good.
Yeah, I hope you're happy. I'm actually gonna get it cut soon.
And if you're like
I'm
me,
gonna
the only
take
thing
it
you
down.
gotta do is just keep the dandruff under control and you're all set.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So Jordan, all this talk about women,
Yeah,
you never
sure.
liked a woman based on how she just made you feel inside?
I did actually. She was fantastic. Happened to be white, but yeah. I dated her for a little bit too.
Don't give me that bullshit, but okay.
I was, dude. It was freshman year of college in the South in North Carolina, at High Point University, which was flush with white people. It was all white people. There was
Every
maybe one or two
university
black
is
people.
flush with white people. Unless it's historically black, it is flush with white people.
That's a fair point, but
Oh,
still.
yeah.
Our
Unless they wanna
university
put
is
in
flush
some
with white people,
token
and somehow,
colored people.
out of the sea of Caucasians, out of all the mayonnaise, I
Okay,
managed to
no,
find
shut
one
up,
black
shut
person.
up.
How is that possible?
Shut up. To her, wait, in her defense, we didn't meet, like, we met over Facebook. In her defense, we met over Facebook. We were talking about Toonami. And then that's how we
Is it
kind of
tsunami?
No, Toonami.
It's
It's
Tsunami.
Shut up. Don't even
The
start.
Cartoon
I
Network
swear to God.
after
I swear to
Do
God.
not quote
apparently
dark
only
magic
good.
at us. We were there when it was written.
We met on Facebook, so it wasn't like, well, maybe it had something to do with it, but still, I think if she was a different race or anything like that,
It wouldn't have worked.
no, that it would have been fine. You know?
No, it wouldn't.
Me and relationships and me and women are, well, actually, a very touchy subject. Very complicated subject.
I'm so sick of that.
Mixed
bullshit.
feelings inside. I go to therapy and
Alexia,
talk
I think
about
you
it.
need to understand how weird Jordan is just on the foundation level. Like
Yeah.
how his fucking brain
It's
functions.
just like, it's ridiculous. Men have been rude to me my entire life, and I still treat every guy with a fresh slate. What was it? Men get their heart broken in 11th grade, their high school girlfriend cheat on them, you're like, man, you can't trust these hoes down here. Samantha said she would wait for me to get fish sticks, and she went off with Tom. Like, what is that?
Oh my god.
No, like even before you start considering like all that stuff, like you just gotta like focus on what we're working with here. Jordan's brain is fucking upside down, backwards, and inside out.
You have no idea.
He's living La Vida Loca, this guy. Have you seen this guy's room, for God's sake?
Yeah. Here, let me just flip this
I've
up
never
so
seen
recording.
his room because I've never been invited to Jordan's house.
I know, of all the people who have been over my house, you know, Alexia is the one person who actually deserves to, like, meet my mother, meet my brothers, and actually, like, see my house. And
Why don't y'all just date each other?
No, Joe.
No.
Joe. No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
Never.
You're good.
Friends.
I have standards. Joe, I thought you liked
I
that.
understand.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to do that to you.
No, it's
Coupled
okay.
with the fact that I'm ace, I'm not sure that would work out.
She is one of my best friends. Definitely, probably my best female friend. Definitely my best friend on the later years of U-Heart. Not no discredit to you, but like.
Yeah. No, because like I remember after I graduated, I would visit, and like mostly you two were like just in the same room, just chilling.
Yeah.
And like I'd run into her, and I'm like, oh, where's Jordan? Or like,
yeah.
I just remember seeing her and just being like, man, you're a breath of fresh air. Because like I remember hanging out with you and like just sitting there. Man, Alexia, you're a breath of fresh air. I want you to know that.
Yeah, you really are. You tell like it is,
Thank
dude.
you.
You can cut a motherfucker down.
Simp.
I'm not a simp to. I would be a simp to Alexia.
No, I'm not you.
Oh
No,
to Joe.
We're both simping on Alexia.
I would be a
hardcore.
simp for Alexia. Yeah.
We are depositing
Oh,
money
my.
in that PayPal account. Don't you worry.
Just for feet pics, man. Just for feet pics. Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting, honestly.
I never get.
We
feet
did
pics.
get that a lot. People
Yeah?
did ask us a lot why we didn't go out. And we were like, we just don't like each other like that.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a satisfactory answer to a lot of people.
They're like, why not? You're both black, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't.
That's how Michelle Obama and Barack Obama got together.
What college?
They're the only two black people in Harvard.
Jordan is not
Really?
Barack Obama.
No, a lot of people were like, dude, you look like Barack Obama when I had shorter hair, and I was like, no.
No, I get that too.
You don't look any. You look like not Hispanic, Latino. You actually look very much more Latino than I do.
I would say like South American, like Argentinian or something.
Sure.
Or,
I hear you're guessing what I am and like you know what I am.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're the same as your brother.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I don't know,
weird
but
looking
how
at
we
you
met,
because your
Jordan wasn't
facial
interested in
structure
meeting
is
my
so
friend at
similar.
all.
Is it actually? Because I only see my dad when I see him, and apparently a lot of people see my mom when they see me.
See,
Yeah.
when you stand far away,
Okay.
like there's similarity. Because like
Sure.
I remember I was sitting in the backyard and like your brother was standing like a few yards ahead of me. I'm like,
This one
it's
or the
so
other one?
no him.
Okay.
It's like it's so weird that this isn't Jordan, but he
Okay.
has Jordan's face, kinda.
Yeah. Well, they say that
I
about-
don't agree.
Well, you only know me from stock photo. If you were here, like
That's
looking
a
at
pretty
me.
good picture. I remember the picture I showed you of her. That's a pretty good picture. You're a little bit more chunky, but it was like in your high school graduation photo.
Yeah, I know. It's on my Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm just curious, who the hell would be entertained by this shit?
I am. There's a grilling. This is actually like this is the shit that I'm like. This is actually pretty funny.
All right.
I need this for the promo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cut me up.
Sink.
Sink. Alexia, what else you got for me?
Yeah. Are we still roasting Jordan here?
You can. I'm okay with it.
Oh, if we really
cry in the
wanted to
shower
roast
later.
Jordan, I could, but
Go
he just
for
got
it.
back from summer camp, and I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I won't. I swear. I really want you to do it.
So Ronald McDonald, what happened to all your makeup?
Oh, dude, that's not even funny. Maybe
It's funny to him.
Maybe the fro, but he doesn't have a mustache. I am a clown though.
Yeah, he's saying you're a clown.
Yeah.
It's not about
Yeah.
your actual.
But that's so. That's
He's
just like,
lanky.
what? No.
Eats a lot of McDonald's.
I eat a lot of McDonald's But that's not.
Yeah.
That's beside
Jordan
the
is lanky. He eats a lot of McDonald's. He's the most self-destructive person that I have ever met. He's that one friend you have that listens to Marvin's Room in like the corner after a breakup that broke up like 4 years ago. He finds the one every 6 weeks, and you wonder what's going on. He starts all these mini projects, and then he doesn't finish them.
Yep.
He inadvertently hurts your feelings with his lack of like dedication to your friendship, and then like blows you off with some white girl in Cincinnati, which is completely fine. I'm sure I'll be here when she breaks him up in heart, and I can let you back in the studio at 3 in the morning. He's not as dedicated to his schoolwork as he is to other avenues in his life, which is saying a lot, so he's not dedicated to a lot.
Yeah.
And he has trouble letting the people in his life know that he cares about them without some weird out-of-body experience thing.
I like her.
Do you know what my favorite part about all that was? Do you know what
Killing it.
Do you know what favorite part of all that was? 70% of everything you just said, Alexia, also applies to me.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Alexia can cut down any motherfucker, dude.
That's why we love her.
Cut down any
This is
motherfucker.
the most savage.
I've seen it done multiple times. It's amazing.
Gets a chainsaw like.
Cut you down with the katana.
Oh, I forgot. Your car also is held together by duct tape. It is
Yes.
your third car.
Yes. At this point in time, yeah.
You started an actual campfire in the school's garden, which I'm amazed you did not get arrested for.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. Like, I was just
Are
gonna
these
chill
things
out.
we should be posting online?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I guess.
You did, like, Tom Bradley comes. You did what? He was there. He saw it. So.
Jordan, step out of the house.
Step out of the house. You're surrounded. The local crazy man.
Yeah.
He's back again. He's back from summer camp. Yeah.
Tom Bradley has sent us a award.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's fine, but you're probably the nicest bottom that I've ever met, so I guess that works out.
Okay.
Did you just call him a bottom?
I'm okay with that.
That's a lot of different
I
meanings.
did.
What do you mean by that?
Stock photo, what do you think I meant by that?
Like gay sex? That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like bottom bitch, like
Oh.
like hold you down.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah.
Really? Bottom bitch.
I feel it's not even in like gay stuff. I just think you radiate bottom energy, Jordan. You just let whatever happens happen to you. You literally let life fuck you any day of the
That's,
week. It's really
that's
quite
the
amazing.
best backhanded compliment ever.
True.
Like you
Fucking
get
bottom.
to actual position. Like some people are like amazed, horrified when it happens, but Jordan,
Like,
you're
you
ready.
just get
Which
fucked and
I
take
suppose
it.
helps the healing easier.
Yeah.
You see, it's the
I'm used to
saying,
it, dude.
the tree that bends never breaks.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Jordan, I
and
think
being
sometimes
around
he
you
breaks
has helped
anyway.
me realize that's a
Well-
terrible fucking existence, and I'd rather be a top or be nothing.
I'm kind of okay with being a bottom. Describe it one more time, because I'm not too versed in that.
Just watch the
Oh,
Dave
it's
Chappelle
a very quite. You mean like in a sexual sense, or like
No,
the
not
life
in a
sense?
sexual sense. In like the sense that you meant it. It doesn't have to be sexual.
Oh, the way I meant it is when life happens to people, you know, you get forced down to the ground and you kind of just take what life gives you, and
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking. You know, you realize you're not as strong as you thought you were. But Jordan,
Yes.
he's already down there. He's already ready. He's already lubed up and ready to go. So when life
Right.
happens to him, he stands back up like it was nothing. I
Yeah.
admire that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Alexia. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Makes me feel good.
Yeah, after all this time, like, out of school,
Mhm.
that's something that, you know, I try to, you know, have in my life, too.
Sure.
And, you know, I've been around people that, the smallest inconvenience will just fucking ruin their day. Like, when they're driving, oh my god, you ever, like, drive around with someone who's, like, really high-strung? Like, someone twitches their car ahead of them in, like, the wrong way, or does the slightest wrong thing. It's like, what the fuck? Ah! They
Yeah, they're
fucking
too
go super
tight,
insane.
man.
Like,
They gotta loosen up.
but, like, I have almost been killed a few times by other people being stupid. I never cared.
Yeah.
Not because, like, I'm nihilist or something like that. It's just, I got bigger shit to worry about.
Really?
Yeah.
In your life?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you die, it's not that bad.
Well, because I'm on the road, like, pretty damn often, driving
Well,
around.
It is bad for everybody else around you, but...
But, like, I got away. It didn't happen.
Go inside. That's my timer.
420 konogamayaro.
Do you even know what you said?
Yes.
What'd you say?
It means 420, blaze it. But, you
Did you learn that from Filthy Frank?
filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank! Joji, come back, please.
I only believe in
won't.
science.
That's not Filthy Frank. Do you know Filthy Frank?
Yeah, right. Slow Dancing in the Dark is a good song.
That's Joji. Do you know Filthy Frank?
No, I didn't watch Feel Deeper Frank when he was popular, or
Okay.
when he wasn't popular.
I'm just gonna let that dangle, Joe. All right, we're probably out of time. Alexia, thank you.
Thank you, Alexia.
Can you toss me the mic?
Now we're gonna watch
No problem.
Oh, shit.
Free Joe Exotic.
I just want to thank Alexia really quick for being a really good friend and for always having my back no matter what. There was a really dark situation that happened, and she just came through, you know, just keeping it real. And one day I will have you over the house. I'll make the drive there and back, or maybe we'll meet in the middle next time you're in Connecticut. Anyway, ladies and
If you want to
gentlemen,
do me a favor, get
Yeah.
a black girlfriend before I die. That
Oh
would
my
be appreciated.
wow, you might be surprised actually. I'm waiting for the universe to kick you in the goddamn teeth with a person. Honestly, that's not you. Like, I'm waiting for the universe just to be like, this is the person, and you're not gonna like him, but then you're gonna like him, or something like that. I don't know.
It's like a bowl of broccoli when you're a little kid.
Yeah, but then like, dude, I made some of the bombest fucking vegetables today. I ate it. It's fucking good. They're so delicious. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Manchild Support. Thank you for tuning in till the end. If you want to support us, please do on Patreon at $. Actually, no, I think we're Chuck's Goods. So CHUXD.studios or something. I'll put it in the description. This has been Manchild Support number 3 with Joe, special guest Alexia, and now stock photo, also known as my brother Julian. I hope you have a good one, and we'll catch you later. Okay, last remarks. Alexia.
Pay your taxes. Don't let the IRS get you.
Fair enough. Julian.
Fuck her in the pussy.
Who are you? Who are this late ass me.
If you're
Hop in
gonna,
the shot.
if you're gonna have an investment account, I want you to do a Roth IRA. You get to put all your money in, withdraw the winnings, tax free, whenever the fuck you want. Fuck a 401k, Roth IRA, my guy. Look it up on the YouTube.
Fuck. I was like, don't drop it. Nice.